Brainiacs, welcome to Brainbuster Radio Stays at Home for WrestleMania 36. And now, here to sing America the Beautiful, Miss Aretha Franklin.
And now from east of the Pacific to west of parts unknown, south of Mars, north of hell, here are the smartest minds in the sport of professional wrestling. This is Brainbuster Radio.
You only learn the way you are inside when life gives you the test. Will you back down, turn and run, or stand up with the best? When your back's to the wall, what will your answer be? Will you run for the door? Will you run out on me like it's hard? It's no hope for.
How the hell you doing, Brainiacs? Long Island Iced Tea here, ready to talk pro graps and WrestleMania with you from home. We are live on tape from our respective Marburger studios, and we are ready to talk about the wildest and weirdest and most fitting for, well, our times WrestleMania of all time. It's here. It's finally here. It's WrestleMania weekend. It's not what we expected, but it's here. And I don't know what to put my thumb on for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Brainiacs, I have no earthly idea, and that uncertainty makes me scared, like John Cena said. So thank God Triple J is here to tell us what's causing all this.
Yes, Long Island Iced Tea, what is causing all this? We are living in extraordinary times right now. WrestleMania is too big for one night. This show is too big for just audio because we're a whole bunch of talking heads on the screen here. We have 2 nights of WrestleMania, I think totaling about 32 matches, and we're going to do the best that we can to give you all of our predictions tonight.
All 32 matches, every single one of them, especially Elias versus Corbin. Musta, Mark, what are they saying on the internet gimmicks? You're complaining and complaining about Elias getting hurt, and he might be able to make it for WrestleMania. No one knows, though.
Long Island, I am coming to you from the epicenter of the epicenter of the epicenter of the epicenter right now. And even in the deepest, darkest depths here, There's no doubt. There's something in the air. It's WrestleMania, baby.
It's
coming.
WrestleMania. He's in the episode. So Moose the Mark is coming to us live from underneath the Performance Center. It's amazing. Maybe he'll give us some insight later on in the show. Vinman is here. Vinman is protecting himself in these uncertain times. You can never be too careful, Vinman.
Yeah, I'll tell you something, Long Allen. This has been one of the most emotional months of my life. I am just
put your mask back on.
I am just so hyped beyond belief for this WrestleMania. It's going over 2 nights. I can't wait. We're under 24 hours away. I just cannot take it anymore. It is just unbelievable the amount of hype I have for this. And a man called Wired, you got to be hyped for this thing too. We're not going to be there watching it together, but I have a feeling we're sort of all going to be there watching it together.
Oh, Vidman, I miss sitting next to you on the grandest stage of them all. Jake, I miss the socks. Triple J, where are the socks? I don't know. Moose, I miss the sarcasm. I still feel like I'm going to get a little bit of that. And, well, Long Allen's still doing what he does best, and that's sipping down a good one back there. I'm ready. The social game is a little rusty, but I'm still there. This thing off of me. It's a lot of fun.
No masks. Only masks masks are only for Mil Calzones on the ones and twos, the unos and doses. The only one who should be wearing a mask during this show is the one and only Mil Calzones, who is ready for some good lucha things. WrestleMania in Orlando, Florida. None of us will be there, Mil Calzones, so I want to ask you, Triple J and I have been to quite a few of these things in a row. Is our streaks officially over?
I mean, I guess so. I guess, Brock Lesnar just had to come in and just break all your guys' streaks. That's what happened.
Well, Mil Calzones, that's not what I wanted to hear at the start of the show, but new streaks can begin, Triple J, I guess, with WrestleMania, well, hopefully 37. We're not looking ahead there. We got to look at 36. It's the first one you and I won't be at for years and years.
The streak is over.
Jake, Triple J, before you get started, real quick. Dr. Calzones, can you cue up when Vince's streak was broken at WrestleMania 31 and he missed Sting and DX versus the NWO?
Oh, dude, I got you. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I don't got you. I don't know where it's at.
We'll have to save that for another show, I think.
It was right there. I don't know what happened to it.
I don't think we're going to do that. We got to start off talking WrestleMania 36. That's what we're all here for. This WrestleMania, Brainiacs, first and foremost, let me just tell you, we have no idea what to expect. Moose the Mark's complaining on the internet. He wants fans in the crowd chanting and booing all the guys that should be cheered. And you got a dad called Wired saying, I have no idea what to talk about on social media because I can't gauge the fans. No one is given any clue into what's the biggest thing going into this WrestleMania. I think we're all going to have something different here. So everyone in this episode of Brainbuster Radio is going to have, I think, varying opinions compared to any other episode ever, Triple J. And starting with you, I think you should keep us on the right foot, and you're going to get us into that first match. But first, before we get to that first match, Triple J, as is customary, we run through the card for WrestleMania on Brainbuster Radio. Been doing it for years. Let's go back to a classic Brainbuster Radio moment. What do you say? Mil Calzones, cue up that great moment of WrestleMania's lore where we predicted WrestleMania 29 from New York City. We were there. It was the first Brainbuster Radio WrestleMania where we were all together there at a big show. Can you cue up those predictions for that card?
Yeah. I know I messed up last time, but I got this. Hold on.
All right, let's go now to a classic Brainbuster Radio moment.
Long Island. Yo, what happened was I was at the grocery store. And I think I left that USB stick there, bro. So I don't have it. I'm sorry.
Still using USB sticks. Cloud.
Sorry, man.
Cloud.
I don't have it. I can reenact it if you want. All
right. Go ahead. Yeah. What did Triple J? I want to know what Triple J said for the CM Punk Undertaker match, real quick.
I reckon that CM Punk's gonna whoop that Undertaker's bottom. Something like that. I don't know. It went something like that.
His bottom.
I did my best.
That's pretty close, probably.
Country sweetheart.
That's whenever you thought CM was due.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all right. Guess we'll have to play some classic Brainbuster radio moments later on in the show then. What do we say, Wired? We start this thing off. We want to talk about the WrestleMania 36 matches, but we can't do that without some mood music. We're adventure awaits at the Performance Center. Nothing spells adventure like some WrestleMania trumpets.
Okay.
All right, Triple J.
Yes.
Get us into that first match.
Yeah, you know what, guys? We have two big nights, Saturday and Sunday night, both starting at 7 p.m., I believe, both nights. Now, there's been different dirt sheets and various outlets who, have saying that they know which matches are going to happen on Saturday and which matches are going to happen on Sunday. None of that is confirmed. So we're just going to ignore that for right now. We're just going to go, we're just going to start at one match and end at another match. And wherever they fall, they fall. So we're going to start off with the first championship match of the night. The women's tag team champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka, taking on Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
I think that's sexist.
Do we still think there's going to be a pirate ship involved? Because we were all hoping that. Is there any way they can get a small dinghy in the Performance Center?
Well, I can get a small dinghy and a lot of places, Triple J.
Triple J.
Go ahead, Mr. Mark. I was just going to say, wherever Alexa Bliss is, there are a lot of small dinghies, but yeah.
In these unprecedented
I think
times.
that's sexist.
In these unprecedented times, I think I would be okay with the pirate ship being the 3D thing that the big Roman Reigns dog is made out of.
Well, I want to let me bring this up. They are in the Performance Center. Could they just bring out one of those rowers, that people set on, and she could, kind of.
How does that work? How does that work,
this?
Triple J?
Isn't that how you use a rower?
You could be doing so many different things right now, Triple J, because of this match. Who knows?
Well,
I don't expect pirate ships.
I don't think there are enough. There are not enough socks for this match for Triple J.
I don't think we're talking enough about how Alexa Bliss beat Asuka clean last week on SmackDown.
Has Asuka ever been beaten on live TV like that? Clean? I don't remember that ever happening.
Yeah, she has.
Really?
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 Yeah. Yeah,
I think that's.
We don't have time to get into it though. But Kabuki
Doctor,
Warriors,
can you pull up the time that Asuka lost clean on television, please?
Pull that up.
Classic
we can
moment
do that.
here, please.
Search for that while
Oh
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
I got it. Hold on. Let me
Okay,
play it for
you got it here.
Hold on. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Oh, that was crazy. You guys heard that? Oh wait, I had it on mute. My bad.
We didn't hear it.
I mean,
wait.
It's only a one-time play. It's a one-time
Doctor,
play.
play that time where I recreated Asuka getting revenge on Charlotte after her loss. Play that time.
Yo, I got you. It's in the same file. Hold on. I'm gonna play it right now. Everybody be quiet.
Okay. I got you. Okay. Easy peasy. That was nice. See, that's why we go even into the archive for the good shit for WrestleMania. All right, for this match, let's make some predictions real quick, Triple J. I am going with Warren Sapp escorting the Kabuki Warriors to the ring. We will see a Buccaneer.
God.
Warren Sapp will escort the Kabuki Warriors to the ring. Easy peasy. Kabuki Warriors retain.
Well,
Warren
if you're
Sapp
going to go
shouldn't be anywhere near this.
If you're going to go that, I'm going to say Wade Boggs is going to be walking down with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Wait, I'm sorry. Why are we bringing up old sports guy? Is this the match that Gronk inserts himself into? I don't understand.
I'm sure he's trying to insert himself into a lot of these
I'm not-
matches. And I'll just stick with
Warren
that.
Sapp,
They're going to use.
he played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and also, I believe, ran a prostitution ring. And so I don't think that really has much
Yes,
to do with
exactly. That's what I'm talking about, man. Easy peasy. And don't forget, this was supposed to be Long Island's bachelor party weekend. So Warren Sapp, baby.
Yeah,
we were supposed to be wrist deep in something right now, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys.
Well,
Deep.
I would have been right there next to you talking to you with the wrists all deep in some beef.
That brings a whole new meaning to wrist control.
I mean, I'm just going to start off. I'm saying Kabuki Warriors, too strong. You got to think they can communicate with each other, and the other team doesn't even know what's going on.
And they can't communicate with each other. Do you think Alexa Bliss really understands Neki? Do you think she understands anything she's saying?
At this point, I think she does. I really do.
Yeah, I think they're on the same page, and that's why I'm going with Nikki and Alexa Bliss.
No, Vin, stupid. Nikki Cross and all of Scotland are worried about one thing on this night, or whatever night it is. They're worried about Drew. That's all anyone from Scotland.
No, that's the key, Long Island. That's the key. If this match is on Saturday, then I'm picking Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. But if this match is on the same night as Drew McIntyre and Brock Lesnar, no chance. I'm going.
I don't think it matters. I really don't.
No, and Long Island had a great point. No one in Scotland is caring about anything other than Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, but either way,
China and or caring about what's happening in the Kabuki.
You cannot. It's Japan, Vin, man. But easy peasy mistake.
Japan.
Let me just say this.
Asuka's Japan?
Yes. Come on. But listen.
I thought she was from New Hampshire.
Yo, I thought you were from Long Beach or something.
Listen.
The only athlete more beloved by their home country, like the only one who even comes close is Conor McGregor. They're clearly on the same level.
There's no fight.
And then that was before the Drew McIntyre video with him throwing the rocks around. Now this guy is, I mean, I want to see him versus Conor McGregor for $100 million.
Listen.
Why?
Saturday, Sunday doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? Either way, they lose. Nikki is only if it's Saturday, if her match is Saturday and Drew's on Sunday, Nikki's going to be thinking, oh, what's going to happen with Drew? If her match is Sunday and Drew fights on Saturday, she's going to be way too hungover to compete in this match. Easy peasy. Asuka and the other one, Kyrie, yes, and Warren Sapp, Kabuki. What do you say, Mil Calzones?
I'm going to have to go with the Bukkake Warriors. They're going to be spraying Alexa Bliss right in the face with that mist that she does, and they're going to be winning, and it's going to be the Shinjuku Warriors are going to be winning.
The Karajuku Girls. All right.
The Karajuku Girls, they're going to win.
Yeah, buddy. All right, Triple J, I think we got all of our picks for that.
We got those
tag
picks.
match.
This next match.
Wait, timeout. What are you eating, Wired? Let's make sure we bring this up.
What do you think I'm eating? It's fucking WrestleMania.
Is that ice cream? Oh, my God.
Does it really matter that it's WrestleMania that you're eating ice cream?
Nope. I'm going to use the excuse now.
All I know is Wired's camera it can't handle all the ice cream bandwidth that he's got going on right now. And now he's frozen.
Again?
Now you're just frozen, but it's WrestleMania. In these unprecedented times, we're not going to worry about a webcam, Triple J. On to the next match.
We're not going to worry about it. Let's talk about a match where really after what happened on Friday night, this could be the main event. Because I have a lot of questions and not enough time to answer them. Otis versus Dolph Ziggler.
Ducky.
You're right on. This is one of my top 5 most anticipated matches here.
Yeah.
This has just been a tremendous story to be told, and two of my favorite wrestlers going at it here, and there's a masked man involved.
Well,
I don't know what more you could ask for.
Maybe involved. I'm wondering, is this match going to be interrupted by closed circuit footage?
I hope.
I don't know what was that close. What was that moment, Triple J?
Honestly, it looked like Moose the Mark sitting at his computer is what I thought it was at first.
Was that what was?
He is at the epicenter, I guess.
You're right.
In these unprecedented times, though, Moose the Mark. In these unprecedented times, would you say that was just a good old fashioned remake of GTV? Is that what we saw? The modern.
I think so, and I think given the iconography, I mean, it's actually kind of a clever connection. I gotta hand it. But just in general, I love these skits they do without an audience. It's so weird. They remind me of the cutscenes from like a video game in the PS2 era. where like you just walk up to someone
yeah, for
and
sure. I
like
remember
totally
those.
empty backstage and just exchange dialogue and then walk away.
Hi,
It's like,
I've
it's like the
seen
PSP version.
I've seen you're working up the ranks so far in the WWE. What would you say to an offer for you to tag team with me and my friends tonight in an 8-man?
Against Scotty Too Hottie and Farouk.
Great news, kid.
I don't want to make light of this situation, though. What happened on Friday Night SmackDown with Sonya Deville turning her back on her best friend Mandy Rose? I mean, come on. What?
I don't think we know the whole story.
We definitely. I've seen enough to know that Sonya Deville
She
caused.
wasn't able to explain herself.
No, well, that's the TV, the camera, the footage explains itself. Come on now.
No, it doesn't.
She's
there was no
wanting
context.
more
A lot
with
of gray
Mandy
area
Rose in a
there.
friendship.
No,
You know
there
as
was
well as I do, that footage could have been doctored.
there was no
How do I know
context.
that?
She could have been buying N95 masks for all we know, making a deal with someone. How do you know that she was screwing
Why
over
would we
man?
need those masks? Why would we need those masks?
Come on, Taki. Come on. This match is going to be good, though. You're talking about what happens when a power lifter faces a wrestler, Vin, man. That's a great matchup. That's some Street
Styles
Fighter
make-
shit.
Styles make fights, and that's what this one's all about. You just got, pure.
Who wants to do their
strength
best,
and-
Otis?
Strength
Oh,
and
doing it
fatness.
already?
You just got strength and fatness against the technique and speed of Dolph Ziggler. I just can't. I can't wait to see this one go down. I can't even pick a winner. I'm so excited.
Really?
Now, do you
thought
think the
would pick
lack
Dolph
of the lack of singles competitions for Otis is going to matter in this match?
Oh, he's going to get blowed up so fast.
Yeah, he could get blowed up.
Record for loudest wheeze at a WrestleMania, Triple J. Is it? Ziggler's going to wrestle circles around him. I got Ziggy. Push Ziggy.
Could sound like a squirrel and hog out there.
Ziggler.
I mean, Dolph Ziggler and Otis, they're both going to have, they're not going to be able to focus on the match 100%, but I think Dolph is going to be more in it. And the cardio. I don't know what the time limit is on this match, but I think Dolph Ziggler could definitely just wear him down.
You brought up a good point, Triple J. You know a lot about this. Whenever you're trying to take down a big hog, what you gotta do is you gotta grab it by his back legs so he can't get at you. Look for Dolph to try to sneak up behind him and grab his legs. That's gonna be the key.
Why are we assuming that powerlifters don't have good cardio?
Have you seen him?
He's a powerlifter.
Have you seen Otis? Yeah, but he doesn't have that Magnus Vermagnuson body. Like
And he's
something-
not-
He doesn't
and he's-
look like an athlete you'd see on ESPN.
Me and Otis are very similar.
He's not a national
And let me
hero
tell
like
you
Magnus
something.
Vermagnuson either.
A father called Wired took his time becoming a father called Wired, and that stamina is there for big men, even if you don't see it. I'm taking Otis all the way.
We'll take your word on that one.
How
Please
long-
don't elaborate any farther.
How long do you think Otis is going to go for if he wins and has celebratory
Relations?
ice? I was going to say ice cream after the match. How many?
No,
do you
before is key. Before the match is
think? You
key.
think he's doing the McDonald's challenge there, Mustamark? Otis before the match to train. I feel like I've ordered all that McDonald's before. I don't know. That's a whole other story. Otis is losing. Dolph Ziggler's gonna. Who better than? I mean, Dolph Ziggler's partied on the Sunset Strip a lot. Triple J, he knows how to handle a big hog, especially on a Saturday night, if that's when the match takes place.
Yeah, he's done. He's had a lot of those. But Mustamark, you looked like you wanted to say something. You were muted before.
You're still muted
You're still
now.
muted. Or you're
Moose,
talking
just
very
it's
quietly.
WrestleMania.
All right, sorry.
Moose
It's WrestleMania.
It's all good.
We got to think of people like Dolph Ziggler who are like, I'm an introvert. I don't like the nightlife. But someone like Dolph Ziggler, he's a stand-up comedian. He loves taking beautiful taken women on dates and conspiring with their friends to go against them. Like, this pandemic has to be hitting him pretty hard.
This what?
So I think
you mean these unprecedented times? What are you talking about?
My flight was canceled.
Unprecedented
Mute your
times.
microphone.
That's right.
Shut up! Don't say anything. Next match.
Long Allen, you did bring up, eating McDonald's challenge, and that reminds me of a great WrestleMania moment in Dallas, Texas, where I believe you attempted to eat 32 Whataburgers,
Cold Whataburgers,
in honor of WrestleMania 32. Mil Calzones, do you have that clip of that footage that you could play for us?
I'm not sure if he may have went down into a separate tape room to try to find that. Is what I'm hearing.
Pressure was on.
Well, that reminds me of another WrestleMania moment when Mil Calzones was too busy to do anything because he was eating all these tortas. And he just,
no, that's just Brainbuster Radio.
You're going to have to specify, Vin, man. That doesn't narrow it down.
Oh, that's a great moment. I remember that for sure. Triple J, what's our next match at WrestleMania 36 from the WWE Performance Center in Orlando, Florida?
It's coming to you live on tape
from 2 weeks ago.
This is a match where Bobby Lashley looking for redemption.
Don't we love Bobby?
Against Finn Balor at WrestleMania, almost a squash match. I mean, we remember that big powerbomb that Finn Declan Balor hit to end Bobby Lashley's night. He's going up against Aleister Black. In this one, you got to watch out for that black mass. Like I tell you guys all the time.
Bobby Lashley?
Bobby Lashley versus Aleister Black. Lana.
I don't know. Which black
Lana
mass am I looking for?
Is Lana going to be there? Do we know?
Which black mass will prevail when Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley go toe-to-toe at WrestleMania? While you guys predict this, do you mind if I just sing Aleister Black's theme the entire time in the background?
Yeah, please do.
Please.
Go ahead. You guys pick the match.
A lot of things are being made of, Aleister Black at this point in time, and he's rising up the ranks. But Bobby Lashley is just a force to be reckoned with right now. Moose to Mark, I mean, you cannot deny the speed and power combination of Bobby Lashley.
If you built an athlete from the ground up for explosivity and for vigor and just kind of whatever Frank Thomas is selling in the pill bottle, he is the embodiment of that.
The big
that's Bobby Lashley, right? He's Mr. Nugenics.
Hey, Frank.
Right?
Hey, Frank. We heard that you and Bobby Lashley couldn't get it up for a while. What changed? No man is ever truly evil. Sorry.
I have not seen Bobby Lashley on television for the last month. Has he been on? Because all I've seen is Aleister Black just black mass the shit out of people.
Out of nobodies.
I mean,
Aleister Black's black mass list is just as weak as the Undertaker's WrestleMania career.
I have a question.
Oh, don't say that.
Wait, I have a question. Jobbers, Vin Man. Jobbers that have been facing Aleister Black lately.
What about him?
Now I know they get very little money to get squashed, but how come all these jobbers are so shocked when Aleister Black sits cross-legged in the middle of the ring and they act like, oh, what's he doing? What? I've never seen. Are they too poor to buy cable? Do they not get USA Network? Why can jobbers?
Has anyone ever?
Well, see,
has anyone ever taken a bump when he sits down?
No.
Like Ortiz did when he got ejected.
They're indie wrestlers and indie fans. They don't watch Raw. They don't watch SmackDown. We know
that is right. A man called Wire. They don't watch it.
Why would I watch the product?
They're lucky to catch a couple gifts. All they've heard is
watch the show?
Dave Meltzer, talking about Aleister Black matches.
Now I'm surprised Dave Meltzer, to fill his 500 million word newsletter every week, hasn't said Aleister Black sat down to start the match
here's the thing.
In the middle of the ring.
He probably didn't watch it either, and he just made something up about how. Dave Meltzer.
Actually, you know what? That brings up a great memory of mine. If you can, the doctor, can you please bring up our conversation with Uncle Dave after WrestleMania 34? 33.
I would-
Excuse me.
I would like to, but I left my original computer in my other pants, and I got the second computer that I
Well,
brought
it's,
in here.
hey, Mil Calzones,
I'll
it's
look for it,
cool.
though, if you want
It's
me
all
to.
it's all good. You do a lot of work with little kids, and we respect
Yeah.
you. So instead, how about
Sometimes,
Moose the
Daddy.
Mark just gives us a glimpse back? Moose, you remember what it was like when Uncle Dave Meltzer was reminiscing about WrestleMania 33, the greatest WrestleMania of all time?
I mean, it was a show. There was some good, there was a lot more bad, but I mean, overall, it was a good show, and everyone worked really hard. So
This person here says, Dave, why are you so in the tank for what was WWE's competition at WrestleMania 33?
ROH and in
ROH.
Lakeland.
Yeah.
It was the ladder match,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Bucks
and then
versus
people,
Hardys.
I don't know, WrestleMania's, Dave Meltzer and company are pretty praising of WrestleManias usually. Like, because they usually go live, and like just going live makes it so much better.
Oh
Which is
my
why you
God,
guys
how-
all love.
We are deprived of last
I
year's
know.
Dave Meltzer dining room table at his mom's basement
Yeah.
fan event. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. They should do a live. If they were like technically competent, they could do a live stream and imagine Dave Meltzer going on Twitch. Like they can make Twitch play Pokemon.
I don't
They
think Twitch
make
support is
Twitch-
supported on Windows 95.
We're gonna watch
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer play Pitfall on Atari while
Yeah.
he talks about the big boss
It
man's
can't-
run with
Twitch.
Hogan.
Twitch can't access. Twitch can't access his Juno.com email address.
All right, listen, we're
Wait,
getting off the rails.
Dave,
off-
how many injunctions did Ray Traylor have when he was a guard at the prison in Georgia? Wasn't he
that's a really-
fired?
I mean, it's a really, like people don't read. People don't just, they don't actually read. Sometimes they, they just go online and they, listen to these.
He wasn't like an
Listen
actual.
to these guys.
He wasn't
Listen
a
to these guys.
good corrections officer, right? He was a piss poor corrections officer, from what I've read.
Now, I've always wondered, like, this is kind of breaking the impression, but like, Dave Meltzer coughs all the time. I wonder if, like, he had it way back in the day. If he had these unprecedented times. If he was
Is that what we're
experiencing.
gonna? He was experiencing symptoms of unprecedented time.
Yeah, he was experiencing
WrestleMania 12.
acute symptoms of,
UT, unprecedented times.
yeah,
Well,
uncertain times.
let's move on to the next match before I have to get another drink and get a UTI here. Triple J, what do we got next?
Yeah.
At WrestleMania
First of all,
36.
I don't even see how this match is going to happen. I'm just going to read you what it says right now. It says Elias versus King Corbin. Listen, Elias took a flat back bump off that crow's nest onto the concrete. There's no way he's going to be at WrestleMania.
Let's
from Pittsburgh.
what about
He's
what
lucky
about
he's not in the morgue right now.
what about how SmackDown approached this situation earlier this evening, as of this live on tape recording of Brainbuster Radio? Michael Cole, this is what you don't have to cue anything up. Mil Calzones, I've got it from here. This is exactly what Michael Cole did. He went, Elias fell off the fucking top of the balcony. He might be dead. We don't know if he'll be at WrestleMania to take on King Corbin. Also, Strowman faces Goldberg. We'll be right back.
I will say the thing I loved about the Corbin Elias tragedy, I guess catastrophe, is just like if those other, like, if the Otis Manny stuff reminded me of like a SmackDown versus Raw 2004 cutscene, this reminded me of like a Mortal Kombat 9 like ending scene. You know what I mean?
W Mayhem.
Yeah,
No,
WCW Mayhem.
So confused. Vince, do you know what Moose is talking about?
What? Mortal Kombat? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I remember Super Nintendo,
Oh,
up,
hell
up, down,
yeah.
down with Raiden would get you on the other side of the player.
The player.
Oh, you're
I
one,
think-
you're one of
well-
those guys. You're a teleporter, huh? Yeah.
I think
You think that they're advertising it this way so that in case if they're running, long on time, that they could just omit this match
How are they going to have this match? He fell on concrete.
from a crow's nest?
Have you seen Elias though? He's built of fucking iron. He's from
got
the
shoulders
steel.
like boulders. I give
also-
you that.
He's from the Steel
Triple
City.
J, Triple J, you keep showing your cards here, but you show your hand because you obviously have never been in a gym. Floors at gyms are not concrete. They're
That
squishy,
floor was
foamy.
concrete. Did you
No,
see
it looks like concrete. Don't believe it. It makes people look tougher.
I'll
in the
tell
ring
you
gyms.
something right now, a man called Wired. Triple J and myself once witnessed Matt Hardy fall off a ladder onto a gymnasium floor, and they had to end the whole fucking show because of it. They had
Line
to-
Well, I mean, why would?
paper.
Because I
Let's be-
guarantee you, they was the only person that mattered on this show.
I mean,
And if
you
you
guys-
went to that.
No,
Vince,
no,
I'm very
not at
shocked
all.
that you went to
Close.
that show.
No.
I feel like everyone's going soft here. It's not like he's fucking Vic Grimes or anything. It was like 10 feet high, and he had Adam Pearce right there to take care of him. Elias will be at WrestleMania.
He's not Shane McMahon. He can't be taking bumps like that off high structures at WrestleMania.
Shane McMahon falls on tables. My good friend Shane McMahon has never fallen onto concrete, but good thing Elias is built of like a brick shithouse, and he's going to be playing, I think, a royal tune at WrestleMania, Triple J. I can't wait to see what the Troubadour's got for us. He's going to whoop that Corbin.
If you say so. I don't think the match is happening, so I'm not picking anything.
You got Mario, you got Bruno, and you got Elias. That's what Pittsburgh's all about. WWE stands for it. I'm picking Elias, Finn, man.
Yeah,
I mean, none of those guys are originally from Pittsburgh.
All of them are from Pittsburgh.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
If Elias shows up for this match, I'm picking Elias. If he doesn't, I'm picking Corbin.
Do you think instead of Elias, maybe like, who would be a replacement for Elias?
Gronk. He's
Gronk?
got issues with Corbin.
Is this the Gronk match?
It could be.
What is we haven't
you
talked
okay?
about what Gronk
Moose?
is going to... Moose is falling
Moose,
asleep
you
because
okay?
we're mentioning more...
Fall asleep all you want. I was just making sure you're alive.
I
That's
think
all I was.
Moose, time out. Moose, what would you and all your friends, if we were live in Tampa, as we should have been for WrestleMania, what would have the reaction for Gronk have been?
First off, the reaction for Gronk, I really have no idea. I've honestly never heard. I saw him come out of the crowd at like the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal or whatever. Like,
Oh, yeah.
if it was Tom Brady, I'd be impressed. I don't know Gronk. Gronk's not on the Wheaties box.
Gronk poses with porn stars. You should respect him.
We're here on Brainbuster Radio. You heard it. Gronk, not a superstar.
I don't
Moving
know
on.
him. I don't know him.
Gronk also probably the second, while we're on the Pittsburgh subject, probably the second best tight end to ever come out of the city of Pittsburgh.
Sure.
Yeah,
Hey, and more power to
Who's
him.
number one? Donald Parham.
no, he's from Stetson in Florida. We're talking about it.
I think
You son of a bitch! I might turn your webcam off.
I just think
already
Moose
off, I
feels
thought.
a little bit like me, where this would have been the perfect time to have Elias and Bobby Lashley finally bury the hatchet for their bitter feud. But we're not going to get to see it, unfortunately.
Do you think we'll at least see?
I wouldn't mind just a guitar performance from Elias, really, because that would remind me of like the time where
He probably
debuted
can't
your
even
number
feel
one
his
hit.
fingers.
Don't you remember when you debuted that number one hit at WrestleMania 33? What was it called? It was called "I Am the Queen." What was it called?
A Triple
He's
J.
an Englishman too.
I thought you were
He's
talking
an
about
Englishman
Elias.
too. Doctor, guitar, just go with it. Just roll with it.
You know,
Doctor, can you play that time we debuted? He's an Englishman too from WrestleMania 33.
Nah, man, I never heard of that. I don't think we have anything like that. I'm crazy, man.
I think
There's no file on that.
I think Corbin's gonna be singing a song at WrestleMania, and it's called "I Got My Fucking Ass Kicked at WrestleMania 36 for sticking my stupid nose in the business of a great artist as he was playing at the WWE Performance Center, and I'm a piece of shit." Corbin's going down.
He was done. I mean, that was at the end of his performance.
You're making a lot of excuses. You know, I always knew Wired was an oligarch, Moose the Mark. He's all about royalty. He wants to be ruled by one person. This is not a guy who's in favor of democracy or art.
You know,
For obvious reasons.
in these unprecedented times, these uncertain times, we need to come together apart. We need to, I don't know, man. We got
Imagine all the people.
Oh yeah, we should do a pro wrestling. What would the pro wrestling version of that be?
Grab them cakes.
Brainbuster Radio.
Yeah.
Grab your partners, you know what?
We'll get Hillbilly Jim on the horn. Jimmy Hart.
Was anybody picking Corbin?
I'm not
I
picking
told
anybody.
you, if Elias doesn't show up, I'm picking Corbin.
Well, that's just a cop out. That's like picking 2 MVPs of one team and sticking with one of them.
Triple J, can you get us some order and to take us to the next match?
Let's move on. If there was ever a match thrown together at the last minute, just for the hell of it, this is it. The
I'm gonna take this one off for obvious reasons.
Defending their titles against Austin Theory and Angel Garza. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Personal, really, the only thing we should be talking about is where Zelina Vega continues to get this pool of talent from, whether it's worthy of title shots or not.
Yeah, she has just been, during these unprecedented times too. She just keeps drawing more talent to her stable. But at the end of the day, I got to go with the Street Profits.
Ooh, really? I mean, Austin Theory's a body guy, though, Vin, man. I can't believe you're picking against
they don't have, the Street Profits have been together. That's my decision here.
They got the smoke, too.
They wear matching gear. They come out to the same music. That's signs of a good tag team.
Here's the thing. Austin Theory is not just a body guy. According to my sources, he's also a Paul Heyman guy. He sees something in this kid, and I think that makes him a tough contender.
But what does that say for Angel Garza?
He's
a good-looking kid, but I mean, can he wrestle?
There's a lot of upside in him. Would you consider him a blue chipper?
You really should be asking yourself, why isn't Dale Gass in this match? I think also.
Why would Dale Gass be in this match?
He's a face.
He's not with Zelina Vega.
Who was Dale Gass? Was that Humberto Carrillo?
Yes.
Yeah. Why did he say that? Now you see, I left here, and then Triple J took my spot. Why would he assume that fits into this quartet of men?
Why would
I'm picking the Street Profits?
What does Humberto Carrillo have to do with this match? Montez Ford is
apparently nothing.
Triple J. You agree with me?
Loss.
You agree with me that Montez Ford is a future WWE champion. I know that. So I understand.
Of these 4 individuals, he has the greatest possibility. Yes, I'll agree with that.
I'd give it to Zelina.
Well, the thing is, Austin Theory has to have the fakest pro wrestling name I've ever heard. How's the Theory family doing? What the? Yeah. What better wrestling What's a better wrestling last name, Moose the Mark? Storm or Theory?
Storm, Theory.
You think it's more gimmicky than Mike Awesome?
No, I'd be like
worse. I know
Just
some
incredible. You think that's great? Okay.
I know some credibles. I know the Awesomes. They live down in Squirrel Hill.
You know the credibles.
Guys, Giancarlo Legacy is there's just so much history behind this kid.
The Theories is not a thing. I think this guy's actually 38 years old, Vinman. I think Austin Theory is actually a 38-year-old man who I think has a whole family he abandoned. Something doesn't smell right about that kid. So I'm picking the Street Profits.
Yeah, if you're a 38-year-old body guy, you can get blown up pretty easily. I don't see the Street Profits losing. I really don't.
Also, does Theory have does he have a metal plate in his forearm? What's his deal? What's he got going for him that's special? I know Garza's great. He's got that cool finisher. He has all the old ladies kissing him. He takes his pants off in the middle of the match, and, I feel awkward things in my pants. But other than that, this is a tag team match, so he's one guy. I don't think even Zelina on the sidelines can help him without Theory picking up the slack. And I feel like there's something not right with that guy. He's all of a sudden in this match, the most unlikely WrestleMania competitor since Snooki to me.
How about since Nicholas? 2 years ago who won the tag titles.
I mean,
as
we
a
all saw
12-year-old.
we ever went Moose the Mark
I think
called that.
the writing was on the wall.
I'm pretty
I
sure
thought-
Dave told everybody that was going to happen at that meeting he had at someone's mom's house.
Oh no, that wasn't there yet. The next try though, Long Island.
Oh, you're right. That was the year after.
Cisco Street Profit.
My sources tell me that there's going to be
background.
there's going to be a 10-year-old child winning the tag titles, and the muffins will be done in 2 minutes out of the oven behind me.
Yeah. And if you have to use the bathroom, please don't place the toilet paper in the toilet.
It was worth the $90, but next time I hope there are less fruit flies.
Dave, are your friends gone yet? Come clean these dishes.
I just want to know if y'all think that maybe Kimberly might be getting signed anytime soon.
Why are people not talking about Kimberly wrestling right after beating cancer? You know, and why aren't people talking about Stardom going into this WrestleMania? A lot of representation, Moose the Mark, including Zelina Vega. No.
Yeah, wrestling needs to survive this. We need it as a culture. If,
Who's the Mark?
What are you talking about?
wrestling can become the new Marvel.
I don't know about that.
Wrestling can take this time. I mean, everything else is shut down. You know, there's supposed to be like, I don't know, some, you know, Black Widow is supposed to come out. It's not. Wrestling's still going. Like, you know, it's a land grab. You got to grab that cultural consciousness now and usher in the new boom period.
If you want Russian superheroes, Black Widow's not coming out. But you can watch NXT UK and see Ilya Dragunov every single week still in these unprecedented times.
Moose the Mark, before we go into the next match, can you talk about the rumored bailout plan by the WWE to help all the indie corporations that had to close their doors because WrestleMania weekend was canceled?
I can almost assure you that's definitely probably not happening. I mean, the WWE keeps like, I don't know, they keep all these people employed just to F the indies over. I don't think they're going to contribute to a fund to keep them alive.
F the indies over? You mean just to entertain us? The WWE's keeping all these great talents on the roster so they can entertain us on Mondays, on Tuesdays on WWE Backstage, on Wednesdays with NXT, on Thursdays with NXT UK. On the
somewhere there's a little kid in quarantine, and every day she looks at her Eric Young action, and she just thinks, you know, Eric, you're going to be my protector throughout all this, throughout these unprecedented times. As long as I see Showtime Eric Young,
or Austin Theory, or Killian Dane, or any one of these great WWE superstars, Triple J. Did we all pick this one? We all picked the Street Profits to retain?
Yeah, I believe we all picked the Street Profits.
Can I just do a quick Montez Ford and scream, WrestleMania!
Yeah. All right, that was really good by Wired right there.
Shaking the ropes.
Long Island, I want to know how you feel about this next match, because you have been a big supporter, along with me, as having no ladder matches at WrestleMania. But we're going to get a ladder match at WrestleMania for the SmackDown tag titles here.
Ladder match! And I think it's going to steal the show. I'm not for Money in the Bank ladder matches at WrestleMania, Triple J.
All right.
I am all about tag team, intercontinental, U.S. titles on the line, absolutely. And especially in an interesting situation like the SmackDown tag titles, because the New Day and the Usos, I mean, that's a classic rivalry. These two teams, I think, deserve a shot at any moment. And then you talk about what Miz and Morrison have done. I mean, picking up where they left off, really, I mean, putting out dope-ass rap videos, too. I mean, they are great. So you have three teams, I think, that deserve it. This is the perfect way to do it. I'm all for this ladder match. This is going to make Bubba and Devon and Christian Cage, Matt and Jeff, and Adam Copeland all very proud, I think. This is going to be tremendous. This is the match I'm looking forward to the most now that the best match of all time has been canceled.
You can look forward to it. It to me, it looks like a man called Wires trying to suck up the Vin Man right now.
Yeah,
that's what this looks like.
I don't know what you're talking about.
This reminds me of a past BBR episode where he was just trying to get on my good side.
All right.
Yeah, no
Alan, you
calzones.
got the Alan, you got the video? You got the sound?
What video
You know that one audio, you got it?
of what?
Me trying to suck up to
Oh
Vidman?
man. Yeah, oh man, sorry dude. Alan lost the guy. Sorry, I can't play it.
What was I?
Who's Alan?
You're the one playing. You're the one playing all the
Nah,
stuff
man.
here.
No, man. It's messed up. You messed up. It's cool, dude. It happens
Okay.
to the best of us.
Now, here's the question: who likes Jurassic World over Jurassic Park?
I don't know what you're talking about in these unprecedented times. The only thing I can ever remember watching is pro wrestling, and we're on a ladder match here. New Day versus Usos versus.
Oh, this is
hey,
easy.
Hey,
Miz and
ho,
Morrison. Why would you even need to pick anybody else? This is not even a discussion.
There you go.
Holy, did you just go to your shed, Triple J? Oh my God.
Triple J is getting. Is Triple J getting a cattle prod? What's he got over there? I don't know.
My
Who's
man
the
Triple J lays cable whenever he has to.
man? That guy lays cable all day. Moose the Mark. Who you picking
Did
in
he
the
unplug
ladder
his
match?
electrical fence? I think that's what he did.
More
Okay,
wait,
so this ladder
real
match-
quick. Sorry. More prestigious, the SmackDown tag titles or the managerial services of Terry Reynolds?
Well, I mean, wait, what was that a TLC stipulation?
That was the first tag team ladder match stipulation at No Mercy.
No mercy.
No, I mean, you know,
No.
when
no
we
mercy.
think of WrestleMania
no,
moments,
No mercy.
when we think of WrestleMania moments, we think of, you know, the celebrities, your Liberace's, your Jonathan Taylor Thomases. You think of the amazing stories like Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair, or
Where's the
Triple
beef?
H versus Roman Reigns. And you think of the gimmick matches. You think of the tables, you know, the TLC matches, the Hells in a Cells, the Kennel in a Cells. There's and now among those vaunted heights, we'll have the New Day versus the who is even in this match?
No, let him do it. Let him figure it out. This is gonna be
It's
good.
the New
Okay.
Day versus the Usos, right?
And
And Miz and Morrison.
hey, ho ho.
I mean, yeah, this could easily be right up there with Shawn Razor, Brett Owen. You know, you talk about your classic matches that really tell a story. I think the ladder, watch for the ladder in this match, because the ladder is going to be like a third character. In this time of social distancing, we can't be by people. We use ladders to get that connection.
I
think
think
the ladder, like,
the ladder would be the 10th character because there's, or no wait, 7th character because there's 6 guys in the match.
Well, no, because there's gonna be 100 fucking ladders for no goddamn reason. Just
You're right.
one ladder,
You're
one
right.
goddamn ladder. That's all you need, especially in that tight space. You don't need more than one ladder. Again, Miz and Morrison. Hey, ho ho.
Then, man, how desperately do you want to see the Big Show's ladder come back? We only saw it that one time.
I know. I'd love to see it. I mean, the Big Show's not in this match, at least as of right now.
Currently.
So I don't think we'll see.
Got a big TV show debuting on Netflix. Check it out.
The
Big Show does?
The Big Show show.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know about the Big Show show?
Get your smile back,
No.
Triple
What's
J.
it about?
Wrestling's so much better with it.
Is it just
It's
about,
about
like
the Big Show.
enormous things?
It's actually him about being a wrestler and having.
We're going to pull along Route 66 and look at the world's largest corn on the cob here on this episode.
Well, why are we not talking about what's going to be a great tag team match? This is going to be so fun.
Because we've talked about it. We're supposed to be moving on. We all predicted this match already, Long Island.
Right.
Of course, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's WrestleMania.
Just how's this ladder match going to come off in these unprecedented times without anybody there? Oohing and on.
What sort of crazy shit do you think Kofi Kingston's going to do? How's he going to top Kofi Mania? Why are we talking about that?
Well, he's not going to top Kofi Mania.
He's going to try. He's Kofi Kingston. He's going to try. That's what I love about him.
He can try all he wants.
And what about Big E? What sort of reckless physical maneuver will he pull off? And how drunk will the Usos be, Vin Man? What's going to happen when they are on a WrestleMania stage against each other? I can't wait to see it. I'm picking the New Day. But really, this is a ladder match, the toughest match to pick, if you ask me.
You just got to go with Miz. He's a girl dad. It's all good. That's who you roll with. Girl dads rock.
Quit putting yourself over, Wired. And FYI, everyone, Wired's webcam has been annoying all the Brainiacs, so we've changed him to an avatar of an ice cream cone. So there you go.
Did you really?
Yes. We're tired
Why'd
of
you do that?
We're tired of your
Ice Cream
bullshit
Junior?
webcam. Ice Cream Junior.
I didn't do anything.
All right, let's move on. Intercontinental Championship. Sam Zayn taking on Daniel Bryan. Going to be a lot of activity outside of the ring on this one. You're going to have Drew Gulak, sure, the coach on the outside. I don't know if he's going to have a playbook like Arn Anderson. Maybe he's got it all memorized. You know, a little younger, a little more brain power there.
He's gonna have like a little Hal Mummy notepad, man, just to giving notes on the game.
Sam Zayn's side, you're going to have Nakamura out there. I guess you're going to have Cesaro out there. This could be an amazing one-on-one contest, but I'm afraid it's not going to be one-on-one. I think some ways Sami Zayn
it's gonna be a clinic.
Sami Zayn Castro is going to leave with the title in this one.
That commie bastard, Sam Zayn. Now let me do for all of our Brainiacs watching on YouTube. I want to do a video demonstration for this one now. On my Goldberg mug, I'm going to show you how Daniel Bryan's going to win this by applying proper headlock pressure in this game, in this fight.
Is Sami Zayn going to tap out to a headlock?
I think if he doesn't tap out, he's definitely going to get worn out. See, he's going to go. He's going with what Drew Gulak taught him. What is this? Palm to palm, this grip. You get that in there, and you squeeze up, you pull it up.
Yeah.
This is how you don't want to do this. You don't want to. You want to clasp. You got to create a cup suction with the hands, and you want to create that suction, and that's where you get some extra power right here. And you're gonna burst the man's skull with that headlock. You cinch it in tight. That's what Daniel Bryan's learned from Drew Gulak, the Philadelphia stretcher.
Yeah, Long Island, can you put my camera back on, please? Thank you.
It really all comes down to fundamentals, Vin Man, in the long run. And even though you may not enjoy both of these athletes, you have to admit that Daniel Bryan is the more technically sound.
Yeah, I was actually leaning towards picking Sami Zayn in this one because he's going to have two guys on the outside compared to just one. But with what Long Island just explained to me, I can't really argue with that.
How are you going to pick against that, Vin Man? Great fundamentals.
So I'm picking Daniel Bryan.
What about you, Moose? You love technical spectacles. I mean, we're talking about.
Can you demonstrate the headlock, Moose, on your furry friend?
Show us on Vanilla Bean.
Required a test subject. Required a test subject here.
It's nice of you to bring this one in.
I'm not gonna put the headlock on her. I won't squeeze her little peanut head because there's a lot of fur here, but her head's very small, so she's not a very effective demonstration anyway.
She looks like Dog Ziggler.
Kimmy, that's the best demonstration because then the head. You know what I mean? It's like
this is her WrestleMania weekend outfit. She's a referee.
The official referee of Brainbuster Radio.
Yeah. And she thinks that Daniel Bryan's experience and excellence is going to outclass Drew Gulak.
What they're friends and they're not facing each other, numbnuts. Daniel Bryan is facing Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental. Right. We're talking about Steamboat Savage. If Michaels and Ramon, we're talking about Valentine and Dog. Great matches. This is going to be right in that pocket, and you're messing up the combatants. Get your shit together. It's WrestleMania. I know you're at home. You're hanging out. You're probably not wearing pants, but come on, Moose the Mark. It's D-Bry.
We were supposed to wear pants for this?
Yeah.
Or at least shorts.
No, that's the key. Never wear pants.
Vin Man, I'm going to throw you up a... Vin Man, I'm going to give you a softball right here. What if I told you 5 years ago that Sami Zayn and Daniel Bryan were going to be facing off one-on-one at WrestleMania for the prestigious Intercontinental Championship?
Hell yeah!
I guess it wouldn't have surprised me. I don't know.
No, Vin Man would have sang a song to you. He would have said,
Vin Man would have said who?
Ole, 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 ole. Oh, do you think the crowd will be singing that during this match?
Oh, you mean me saying like aren't they the same guy? Like why would they be, how could they be fighting each other?
Something like that.
I don't know. I mean,
Vin Man,
I really doubt that during WrestleMania 30, I doubt Vidman knew who Sami Zayn was.
Why do we have such a short memory on this show? What the fuck's happening? Where is everyone here? Vinman was claiming that these two in particular were a part of some grand conspiracy. They're out to make everyone in wrestling a high flyer. They're going to try to make everybody just do high spots. They're the independent alliance, and they're coming to take all the wrestling from you, from what you know and love. And meanwhile, Daniel Bryan's on Twitter now doing fucking crazy Blue Justice maneuvers and cinching in headlocks. This is the best shit going.
Let's talk about the next match.
G1 Climax.
All right, we got Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins.
Oh my God! You talk about the Independent Alliance.
This was a
Man,
match
you always
that
have a bathroom match. I feel like this is it right here.
just a month ago, it looked like this was going to be some type of 8-man cluster with the AOP and Murphy and Samoa Joe and whoever else was with that team. I can't even remember now, but it's boiled down to one-on-one. KO Mania 4 versus the Saturday Night Messiah in Seth Rollins. I don't know what else to say about this one than that.
Vidman, I think, took a nap.
Or what else needs to be said.
Vidman's I think he's gonna take a nap during this one. Let me just go out and say, I told all you fucking idiots who were cheering this Rollins, who now is claiming to be a god, obviously a narcissist, a crazy man, a cult leader, a piece of shit scumbag who ruined one WrestleMania before. And the great thing about this WrestleMania is he's so on the low on the card, he can't ruin it. This is awesome. I'm so happy for him, for Rollins to get put on the spot of the card, Triple J, where he belongs. I feel bad for Kevin Owens having to go up against him, but the good thing is Kevin's going to get his WrestleMania moment. Now, he called me a piece of shit pussy once upon a time. I forgive him. He's a family man. I don't agree with his opinions on zoos. I don't think anyone should be that enthusiastic about zoos. But I do understand.
The greatest WrestleMania of all time.
What are you playing?
What is this? That's a doctored video right
this
there.
Is some bullshit GTV fake.
Everything you see, WrestleMania 34, New Orleans, from Bourbon Street to that big ass dome. Oh yeah. Everybody walking around talking about professional wrestling, how it's the hottest thing in the world right now. It all started at WrestleMania 31 with this guy. This guy.
Do you want me to keep playing it, Long Island, or do I get the hint that you're one of those pieces of shit that cheered him on as well?
Now, what is with Wired and his pure hatred for context, Triple J? Explain to the Brainiacs if they forgot what that was all about.
That you were doing that against your will.
Against my will.
I think that
Not
pretty
by
much
choice.
sums it up.
Fucker. Come on, Owens.
Seth Rollins is the biggest piece of shit to ever hit this world, and in unprecedented times, I would not give that man 2 squares of toilet paper to wipe his mouth. Forget Seth Rollins; it's all about Kevin Owens.
Yeah, Long Island, you know me, debilitating people, and I even bought Seth Rollins' lines that he was reformed, that he was fighting for the fans, that he was a Kingslayer, that all you people out there were fueling him on. But I gotta hand it to you. I mean, when you're right, you're right. This guy should have never been trusted at all. And I really hope Kevin Owens, the hero of the working man, who we need more than ever in these unprecedented times, I think he's going to go over that dastardly fiend, Seth Rollins.
Moose the Mark was part of the Wii when he was talking about Brock versus Seth last year, by the way. I remember that. I remember those times.
That was last year.
Don't forget,
he lived in the past.
Rollins kicked, just like Owens pointed out. I love Kevin Owens for this simple fact. He pointed out everything Rollins has ever accomplished is tainted, it's fake, it's bullshit, it's been...
Wait, says the guy who was handed the Universal title by Triple H.
Kevin Owens admitted that he has had some advantages himself. Rollins proclaims to be a god and says he did it all himself and acts like people root for him. He is a jagoff, scumbag, piece of shit, scum of the earth, and I can't wait till he gets stunned to hell. And he's done at WrestleMania.
Triple J, I don't know if you heard this or not, but what do you think about Seth Rollins' claim that he without him, there would be no women's evolution.
I don't agree with that at all. I'd like to know what he
I
has to
think
back
that's
this
sexist.
up about.
Oh man, I think he claimed a lot of stuff long out. The Performance Center exists because of Seth Rollins.
Everyone, all right, first of all, everyone knows FCW, the Performance Center, all of it is because of one man, and that's Richie Steamboat. And Seth Rollins could shut his fucking mouth about that.
High hopes for that kid. Let's move on here. This is a match. Quite frankly, we didn't think we would see it this early. Charlotte Flair taking on Rhea Ripley. The NXT Women's Championship is on the line.
Finman, we're talking about Ashley.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm ready to go.
How did Ashley look, by the way, SmackDown Live during WrestleMania 24? She was crying about her daddy.
Yeah, that's
right.
I mean, if you're into seeing beautiful women cry,
Flair,
I want to see her wrestle.
Make this young green Rhea Ripley look like a star.
Green?
Yeah.
I should come through this camera and bitch slap you back to NXT, you piece of shit. Don't ever call Rhea Ripley green.
Why don't you go get another ice cream?
The most beautiful creature in the world from down under. And she will beat the shit out of you just by looking at you.
I didn't say that she's not a beautiful creature. I did not say that. But Vin Man, let's hear your analysis.
Yeah, Rhea, she's a hell of a hand.
Rhea, get it right.
I don't know about that. I've heard multiple pronunciations. Rhea, she's a hell of a worker. She's a tremendous athlete, got a lot of strength, and she's torn it up across the pond. She's tearing it up in NXT. But we're talking about Charlotte Flair here. At the end of the day, this is Mrs. WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair, and she's going to come out on top in this contest as the new NXT Women's Champion.
I call her Mrs. Wrestling #1. She's the best wrestler, male or female, in the world today. She's going to wipe the floor with this young upstart who's accomplished a lot of firsts for Rhea. I'm very impressed. I love watching her. I'm more of a, I would really, I don't give her that great of a chance against Charlotte. Really, just, I mean, if we're talking just styles, I think if we're gonna put up a young up and comer, someone like Kaylee Ray would fare way better, I think, against Charlotte Flair. A much better NXT UK champion. She's
the
Scottish.
First ever NXT UK champion is already the NXT champion, Long Island.
What?
Get your facts straight.
Well, I'm talking about Kaylee Ray is a much better NXT UK champion.
Kaylee Ray is like 4'2" with heels.
Kaylee Ray is maybe the most vicious competitor in all the world today. And you don't watch her. You don't watch NXT UK on Thursdays.
She may be, but she's not on the card this week.
Kaylee Ray, she does the moves that nobody is everyone's afraid to do, and she'll go out there and she'll give you a cigarette. Just don't tell your parents. And that's her style. That's what I did. Rhea Ripley, she's a metalhead. She's cool. She's gonna lose.
What would Ric Flair be saying about this match?
You know what I mean? To come out here, one day after, my daughter came out and, main event.
And lick your gums a little more.
Yeah. He came out here and, he had amazing matches. Something about WrestleMania, man.
Can you take off your jacket and elbow drop it real quick just for fun?
Yeah. Well, did you see tonight? They replayed Ric Flair's final match ever after that he never stepped in a wrestling ring ever again after.
You're right.
Against Shawn Michaels.
Last match. He had to retire.
Last match ever. And in the crowd, you could see, David. You could see Reed. You could see.
I brought this up and I got
Flair.
shut down. What the hell?
Oh, I'm bringing it up again.
This makes sense in this context.
What does that even fucking mean?
You don't understand the importance of context, Wired. Come on.
Because, Wired,
I'm
you
a
should
father.
know that context is fucking king.
That's true. Context is fucking king.
Let me just say this,
in
though.
Context.
Let me just say this, though, about Charlotte Flair's opponent. Obviously, Charlotte's going to win easily. But the thing about Ripley is she's so big. She's huge. She's a big lady. Oh, she's got big arms. Oh, have you seen her feet are size 14? Oh, she's a big lady to take down, but Charlotte Flair's going to be able to do it. Totally. Attack of the 50-foot woman. Charlotte Flair's taking her down. This is going to be beautiful. This is going to be, I'm going to say, maybe the third or fourth greatest WrestleMania accomplishment for Charlotte Flair when it's all said and done. Just for how easily she's going to beat someone regarded as an amazing first-time ever champion and blah, 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 beat Shayna, blah, blah, blah. This is Charlotte we're talking about. This is Ashley. This is Mrs. Wrestling #1. And afterwards, I just hope Manny's ready for it all, baby.
I've lost probably the same amount of money that Triple J has lost betting against Brock Lesnar by betting against Charlotte Flair over the years.
Double or
but I'm
nothing,
gonna do
Lard.
it.
Come on.
I'm gonna
Double
do
or
it
nothing.
again. Double. I don't know that reference at all. Sorry, I don't understand that.
She's
context.
so
That's
big.
wrestling.
Oh, I want to pick Rhea Ripley.
I think,
She's
man,
a
you might be
big
with me on that
woman.
one.
Oh.
Rhea Ripley, many years ago, I predicted would be the next big thing. And she's making a lot of things big around here in the house called Wire.
Have
So I'm
you
saying
guys seen
Rhea
her
Ripley.
pull off Riptide? Oh, my God. Oh. Fucking Rhea Ripley. Come
Yeah,
on.
I wish. Rhea Ripley over Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 36.
Well, that's a bold prediction.
Good one. Good one.
I mean,
Good one, Wired.
Wired.
That's funny. You're a good joke teller.
Let's keep it in line with championships that are held by individuals that identify as females and go to SmackDown right now in a fatal 5-way match. You got the champion Bayley, you got her best friend Sasha Banks, you got Wired's girl Lacey Evans, you also got Wired's girl Naomi, and then you got the Big Islander Tamina, who appears to have all the momentum after what just happened a few short hours ago on SmackDown. Fatal 5-way. Once again, the champion does not even need to be involved in the outcome to lose her title. To Sasha Banks, is she going to stab her in the back like some people have insinuated in the past? I don't
hope
know.
so. She'd have to. That's her move.
Well, I just wish they could both win, I guess.
But actions speak louder than words. Sorry, I'm stuttering like I'm Tamina. Actions speak louder than words. Triple J, that Big Islander's got that big super kick. I mean,
I don't know. That super kick gets barely above the navel of her opponent. It's really not
it was
that big.
effective. It knocked the champion down. Did you see that or not?
I did see that.
She's
I was a little
Fijian.
busy
She
giving-
knows pressure points, and she likes to kick for the gut more because it's more effective, right, Vin Man?
That is right.
Learn from her daddy.
But I'm so strongly against multi-person matches at WrestleMania that I'm just going to sit out this discussion.
What? What are you talking about?
Even in these unprecedented times,
I don't care what time.
people.
But this is an elimination match, Vince. So it's going to get down to one-on-one.
I don't care.
Vin Man, then if
That's
it was going to be
sexist.
one-on-one,
Ask Alexa Bliss what she thinks.
who should have faced Bayley for the title then if it should have been one-on-one?
Probably that Big Islander, to be honest.
She's barely been on TV for the last. No one's watching anymore. She's only been on TV for like a week.
She's been making towns on the loop.
Making towns on the loop. Nobody's watching. There's nobody there if she is.
Wired, really, I think you're being really ignorant again. I mean, Tamina was working a whole lot. I heard she was doing some good work in the Mid-South territory in October. Yeah. She made her way over and was doing some stuff for Red Bastien. And I think she even worked up in Toronto for a little bit at Maple Leaf Gardens, if I'm not mistaken, earlier in the year, right?
Doctor, can you pull up the footage for all these matches that Long Island claims Tamina has been doing over the last few weeks?
It's a house show.
They were all on closed circuit
You're
television.
Wired.
No,
Cell
I'll
phones.
agree because I heard that also.
How sure?
She was down in CMLL working with El Santo. She was
Did she
working
even
with.
make a trip to Japan?
She was working. Yeah. Bubba's
No,
wife.
if she did, she wouldn't be in this match during these unprecedented times.
I heard she got in a fight
That's
at
what's giving her
Rivera's with
some,
Baba's wife, and Baba's wife tried to stab her for trying to bail on the paying the tip. But then Stan
Wolf
Hansen
was working on her
Stan
character
Hansen was
with
there
her.
to break things up. He played Peacemaker.
They'd have to hold wrestlers court.
Oh, what about the time you assholes blindsided me and put me into Wired's court, you fuckers?
Play-
if we could find that
play
clip,
that
we'd
clip.
play it right now.
Yeah,
but
we can play
can't.
that clip if we had it, but we don't.
I'm going. I don't think there's any way that Bailey doesn't come out of this match as champion. She's the bigger piece of shit right now of between her and Sasha. I think Bailey retains the title and continues her streak. The only streak that's going to continue after this WrestleMania.
Moose the Mark, did you pick this match? Moose the well, let's
leave your microphone
let's call him
unmuted.
let's call him
WrestleMania, it's
mute the
BBR.
mark. Mute the mark.
Mute the mark.
There's a lot of background noise. I know what he's going through.
I have Bailey defeating everyone in this match and winning the gauntlet. This new attitude of this kid, you're gonna go far.
It's more great stupid sarcasm from Moose the Mark, providing nothing on this match. Really save the sarcasm, Moose the Mark. We know what you're thinking in this one. You're obviously going with Lacey Evans because you support the troops. Vin Man, better role model, Bailey or Joe Exotic?
Oh my Bailey, by far.
Really? I don't know. She's been doing some terrible things that I would not want my... I mean, a dad called Wired has a daughter. Would you want him doing things Bailey does?
At least she didn't serve old meat to people going to some cheap-ass zoo.
That was the best pizza they... You try to find better pizza in Oklahoma, Vin Man. Only unless you're going to JR's house. A dad called Wired. Would you want your own daughter to be following Bailey's footsteps?
I can only hope to be as good of a role model as Bailey. That's what I strive for every day when I wake up in the mornings and I look at my baby called Wired and I say, I'm going to be like Bailey today because I want you to be like Bailey, the SmackDown Live Women's Champion.
It's a very polarizing figure. I think Bailey's the most polarizing wrestler since John Cena, Triple J. What say you?
Well, she usually doesn't get much response from the crowd whenever she comes out lately, so I guess more of the same on this one.
I mean, what are they? They need a gimmick change. She's getting no reaction when she goes out there. Triple J.
You're right. Let's keep it in the same camp. Let's talk about Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Vin Man, I know you're a big fan of 18-wheelers combined with pro wrestling. Are you going with Becky Lynch in this one just because of that?
I know she's got all that diesel power behind her, but I am picking the Queen of Spades in this matchup. Shayna Baszler is on a mission to win this title, not just for her, but for the four horsewomen.
Now, if you could be
she's
even
out
more...
there to win this championship, and I think the question really is how a man called Wired is she going to win this? Is it going to be a tap? Is it going to be a snap? Or is it going to be a nap?
We might have to add a fourth one, even though it doesn't rhyme, as a bite. She might bite her to win this match.
Might bite her fucking ear off.
Biting is illegal, so I hope it doesn't come to that.
I hope Becky doesn't choose and Shayna gets to choose for her. Because I can only imagine what Shayna Baszler is going to choose for Becky Lynch.
Dealer's
Becky
choice.
Lynch, dealer's choice, yeah. Shayna Baszler, with her multiple facets of how she could win this match, Becky doesn't know what to do with herself. She didn't even win last year's WrestleMania. You can ask Moose and Mark what happened at that one. I'm going to go with Shayna Baszler, and I'm hoping it's Snap.
See, here's the thing about when you come out in a truck that has your design on it. That's
Your
making
face.
a statement. Your face. That you get one shot at that, and then you're not gonna sculpt big, giant, muscly arms on the outside of your truck. You're not gonna sculpt giant monster teeth, and you're not gonna have a showdown on the roof of a parking garage.
That wasn't a parking garage.
That was on top of the building Kiss
Cobo
made
Hall.
famous.
Cobo
Come
Hall.
on, Cobo Hall.
Oh, okay. Regardless, you don't just you make a truck like that to make a statement, not to just drive out, walk out the door, and into the empty performance center.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, I'd much prefer if Shayna Baszler had her own truck, and then they just hook the two together.
On her right hand.
And then they go, like the helmet's coming together on like football.
Yeah. Or maybe they should battle in the back of that truck, driving through in the countryside of Mississippi.
In the sleeper cab, man.
I think Becky Lynch might have us all fooled. I don't know.
I think you're onto something.
I'm very torn on this match, Triple J. Now, usually I'm Long Island Iced Tea. I'm very optimistic, and I'm all about the big moments. And Becky Lynch had the big moment last WrestleMania. But let's looking back. Thankfully, the good folks at ESPN replayed that WrestleMania, and I rewatched it. And I don't know if you all noticed this. I don't think Ronda's shoulders were down.
Are you fucking kidding
You're right.
me? Shut
You're
the fuck
right.
up. Get out of here.
I told you that whenever we were there.
I was
upon
too drunk.
a rewatch. Now I don't think anyone
Get out the
knows.
remote control while
I don't
Instant
think
replay,
I don't
please.
think anyone noticed this because they all had the Becky goggles on. I think everybody was just ready for Becky to be anointed the champ, and everyone missed this. Ronda's shoulders were up last year. Becky is not, I think, a real champion. She's very much overcompensating. Obviously, she's got a fear that people think this way, and she's now riding around in monster trucks. Are you kidding me? There's nothing more
That was
transparent.
a big rig. It's not a monster truck.
There's
You
nothing
need
more
to get your facts straight.
transparent than someone getting a giant car to overcompensate for something, if you know what I mean, the man. So I'm going with Shayna Baszler here to expose the man.
Alan, would a real woman be needing these?
And you know what Shayna's going to do at WrestleMania 36? She'll find Mr. Winky, and she will become the champion.
Do you think Shayna's going to have Dan Marino accompany her to the
Hell yeah. WrestleMania 36. Gronk, Sap, Marino. I love it.
I'm not sure. I'm taking a bite of what you're cooking there, Long Island. Becky Lynch, while yes, her championship victory was questionable last year at about 12:15 in the morning that we all witnessed.
Way later than that, I think.
Maybe 12:30, pushing 1 o'clock. I can't even remember.
Uncle Dave,
I'm just.
can you tell us what time that was?
Depends on which hemisphere you're in, which time zone, daily savings time. I mean, it's
Greenwich Mean Time.
It's just Becky. She's
prime meridian.
She's overcome a lot. She's won a lot of bouts this year that I didn't think she would escape from. Specifically, Sasha Banks coming off that hiatus. Becky's been up and down the road, on the towns, on the loops, and she can still do it all. I think I'm good. I'm probably going to be the only one. I'm going to pick Becky on a wacky roll-up on this one.
What are the chances? I've got two hypotheticals here I could see happening. First up, Vin Man, what do you think of this? After the match, Shayna Baszler chokes out Becky Lynch, and then a brawl ensues inside with family members of Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch kicking people in the face, and all hell breaks loose and people get suspended. Or Ronda Rousey interferes and helps her good, close personal, longtime, dear, good friend Shayna Baszler win the title.
I think either of those is possible.
I will tell you what, if Ronda interferes in this match, it's not to help Shayna Baszler because she does not want her friend Shayna Baszler to beat Becky Lynch, something that Ronda couldn't do.
I don't know about that at all. I think that's
What do
I
you
think
have? Are
Ronda-
you a close friend of Ronda? You know her mentality. No one's talked to
I
Ronda
think
in months.
I think
Hey, I have an
Ronda and
opinion,
Shayna
bro.
are on the
That's like my opinion, okay?
That's
Ronda and Shayna
totally
are on the same
baseless.
page.
Totally baseless and completely out of context, as it's been this entire show with the Ice Cream Man.
Let's play. Let's fight.
Now we know why Moose the Mark. He dropped something. That's why.
Well, it's WrestleMania. It's a long show, so like good old JR says, either wear darks or plan a good spot to go take a good dump if you need to. I know I'm going to be at a good pace and ready. Triple J, what do we got next?
Well, this next one, you might as well shit your pants if you've got to go during this next match, because we never thought we would see Adam Copeland back in a wrestling ring again, but he is going one-on-one. Edge, for some of you that know him by that code name, taking on Randy Orton in a last man standing match.
I can't believe it. Last man standing. First match back after broken neck surgery after surgery. 9 years. I mean, only one other person has ever done something like this, Triple J, and that's the Mr. WrestleMania. That's Shawn Michaels.
Kurt Angle. Oh.
No, Kurt
Angle won the Olympics with a broken freaking neck.
No, but he did not take He did not take many years off and come back and
Steve
become
Austin.
a main eventer. No one has done this. Shawn
I guess
Michaels.
I'm not understanding this one.
You're not at all. You're
just
really a fountain of misinformation, Wired.
Did Edge still come out with like the blood and the red and all that lights and stuff?
Oh,
and a knockoff diamond cutter.
So Randy Orton, who I thought was a good guy and really pulled a great swerve on AJ Styles just a few months ago, is now slapping women and beating up his friends. What the hell's wrong? I think Randy Orton's a schizo, Vin Man. What do you think? I think he's got something wrong. He's got a screw loose. He needs mental health assistance. He needs to see a therapist. Get on Prozac, maybe. I'm not a doctor, but something's up.
Yeah, Randy, he has been all over the place. But the bottom line is, whenever it comes to being inside the squared circle this weekend, you know, he's in ring shape and Edge is not. So that's why I'm picking Randy Orton to win this match.
What you're not speaking about the man's mental faculties, though. That's a very important issue here. He slapped a woman. He beat up his best friend.
We've seen Randy Orton do these kinds of things before.
What? Well, why is he being allowed to compete? He's a crazy person. I love you, bro. That's why I beat the fuck out of your wife. What the hell is that kind of message is that?
But listen, this is how
I love Ruby, so I slapped your whore wife.
Well,
what is this?
I know people that if Triple H would lose a match, they would beat the shit out of their wives. I mean, that's not right. But
okay, I didn't really understand that one at all. Maybe someone please clarify that one.
We'll get you some tapes.
The Brainiacs will get you the tapes, Wired. You'll know.
It's you know, these are the times. You know,
unprecedented.
Everybody's coping with this in their own way. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but
let's go to Moose the Mark. Let's go to Moose the Mark, who's good friends with Dr. Sanjay Gupta on the internet. They follow each other. Moose the Mark. What can we blame that Randy Orton's instability on the current situation across the globe? Telling his friend he loves his family so much, he tried to take him out and he slapped his wife. Is that an excuse?
I mean, you know, self-care is very important, Long Island. It's important to remember that, you know, you're not working from home through a pandemic. You're trying to survive a pandemic.
Through unprecedented times.
Through unprecedented times. Exactly. And uncertain times. So, no, I totally forgive Randy Orton. Maybe not totally forgive.
That's very nice of you to forgive him for slapping somebody else's wife, by the way.
Yeah, no.
Moose the Mark, forgiving domestic violence in 2020.
No.
That's his.
Hey, swig a beer for the working man.
Swig a White Claw.
That's a White Claw. Hold on, that's a White Claw.
for this working from home, man. Triple J. I don't think. Even if you think your buddy is one of those jagoffs who's going out on spring break and partying when they shouldn't be, you shouldn't slap their wife. You shouldn't kick them in the head. You shouldn't RKO them. You shouldn't give them a knockoff diamond cutter. Randy Orton deserves whatever Edge gives him, I think, at WrestleMania.
Well, yeah, he definitely deserves whatever he gives him. That's really not the underlying. That's really not the underlying question. We're going to say who's going to win this match, and that's for sure Randy Orton. I mean, just look at the evidence of how people are just intimidated by this man. He was nearly killing people in the ring, and none of the boys or girls in the back even emptied from the locker room to try to stop him.
Would you? It's Randy Orton.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, did you see what he did to Matt Hardy? We have not seen him since.
Did you see what Edge did to Matt Hardy's life? I mean,
well, we saw him since then.
Well, let me just say this: Randy Orton has gotten away with. I mean, there's to me in this country, it's OJ and Orton, in terms of people who got away with some of the craziest shit I've ever seen. We're talking arson, murder, beating women, murdering women, kicking women in the head,
sticking screwdrivers through people's holes in their body.
Yeah.
Well, that's accurate.
It is just a little.
And
context keys. I'll admit on that one.
And walking around with whatever the hell's in those trunks. This man,
lethal weapon. 14.
Walking around with a lethal weapon in many states where that is not legal. This is a guy that just does whatever the fuck he wants. In this kind of match, he's very dangerous. But the thing is, in this kind of match, even more than that, what matters is grit. And Edge has grit, Vin Man.
He does, but it's not enough. This guy, I hope he wins because Randy Orton needs to be put in his place here. But Edge, ever since he lost his vampire powers, to me, he's just a nobody. I don't care what his so-called accomplishments are. But
two Money in the Banks, right, or one?
Main event of WrestleMania.
It's a Money in the Bank match. How can you cheat in a Money in the Bank match?
Unless
Christian's greatest rival.
Unless Christian and Gangrel show up, I don't see how he's going to win this match.
He beat John Cena.
Gangrel shows up. You talk about not being in in-ring shape. I guarantee you, Gangrel.
Well, I think
is not someone you want in your corner right now.
No, I have money that Gangrel is showing up at WrestleMania, just not for this match.
Brainiacs, that reminds me, you could go to www.BBR Kings right now to get in on your fantasy WrestleMania picks, and you could win over $1,500 Jeffrey dollars by signing up for BBR Kings WrestleMania contest, and picking Gangrel to show up is one of the options. So, well said there by Triple J. This match, I mean, someone's going to be out till the count of 10 and maybe beyond. I think whoever loses this match might not ever give up. Yes, yeah. This is
maybe much longer. I hate to cut us off short, but we've got much more to go.
I can't believe how do you cut Orton off short? That's what I want to know.
I have to.
And a knockoff diamond
are
cutter.
you able to look in Webster's dictionary and find out the definition of a Firefly Funhouse?
Are you folding socks,
I haven't been able to find.
What are you doing? Are you ironing your socks right now? What are you doing?
I've checked it. I've checked Cage Match. I've checked.
Mute the mark.
No, you're unmuted, Moose, but you're just like your gate is way too high, brother.
I've done research into. I've done a scan of the entire internet. I've never seen a dark Funhouse match, the House of Horrors match, the electrified Cage of Doom match with the the electric chair in the middle. I mean, we've seen various Infernal matches, but never one so twisted.
How can we pick who's going to win a match when we don't even know what the match is?
Because it's John motherfucking Cena.
Yes,
that's why.
That's how you pick the winner of this fucking match.
Finally,
and I can guarantee you that I understand the fucking context of this goddamn match. Who gives a shit with the Firefly Funhouse? It could be in a porta potty for all I care. John Cena victorious.
And John Cena already said that Goldberg has already exposed the weakness of the Fiend.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with John Cena in this.
But John Cena was scared at the end of SmackDown.
But how dare you say but?
Yes, he was.
Well, wouldn't you be scared of some weirdo creeped up right behind you in these times? Hell yeah.
Of course. That could be the whole Firefly Funhouse.
He should be distancing himself at a socially acceptable manner. And I don't know why he does that.
This is professional wrestling.
No, that was totally John Cena just adhering to what the medical experts have been advising all of us. That at the end of SmackDown, Triple J, looking way too far into that. Wired's right, finally. This is John Cena we're talking about. This motherfucker, the Fiend, this guy is not even on the level underneath John Cena, as the Doctor of Thugonomics so eloquently proclaimed on SmackDown on Fox. This fucking guy shoving his hand up puppets' assholes is going to learn real quick. He's going to learn real quick. You do not fuck with John Cena at WrestleMania. No. He found this out already. I cannot believe he's trying it again. But we're talking about another mentally unstable individual I'll give the Fiend this credit. His titties are bigger this time. He's got way more people in his stable, if you call those puppets people. He's got more tats. He's got a cool mask now.
He's got a kid.
He knows how to teleport. He's added that to his repertoire. But John Cena has something that's better than all that, and that's hair. And John Cena, his awesome hair. And, we're talking about a guy who punked Vin Diesel on a movie set. This guy is going to wipe the floor with the Fiend in whatever the fuck this kind of match is. The good thing about Cena is he won't burn the Funhouse down because he's not an arsonist. He's a good guy. He's just going to pin him 1, 2, 3 clean. Maybe make him tap to the STFU. And go home, take his shoes off, and have a good glass of wine.
Inviting wrestlers to his homes. I mean, he's going to end up without any homes here pretty soon if he keeps doing this. Doctor, it was such a proud moment of mine. Is there any way we can go back to the time where I was right when we started this? This is one of those great moments. I just want to go back to that one.
Oh, yeah, man. It looks like you were never right, so we don't have any actual footage or any actual video recording things. So sorry, man. I can't play it.
I'm going to have to say the same thing that I did about Baron Corbin and Elias's match. I don't think this match is going to happen because nobody knows what the rules are.
Just because we don't know the rules doesn't mean it's not going to happen.
Everybody's just going to be looking. The referee's just going to be looking at the Fiend. The Fiend's going to be looking at John Cena. Nobody's going to know.
You want the rules, Triple J?
Of a boneyard match?
Hold on. Of a Firefly Funhouse match, Triple J. I got you. Uncle Dave, please describe what a Firefly Funhouse is according to your resources.
It's a match. It's it's something that Ray Stevens did in Florida a little bit, and Ray Stevens was one of those guys that a lot of people saw, and he was a big deal. He's probably up there with a Shawn Michaels, and so many people watched him, but no one remembers him today. It's really something. So.
Thank you. I think
I heard it was something that the
that explains
I
why.
have a question for you later.
Oh, all right. Are we done talking about the Firefly Funhouse?
No, I want to know. Well, what's the rules of a boneyard?
We're gonna get there.
Just let me introduce it.
We're gonna get there.
Next, we've got Mark.
Also,
Calaway,
I hope real quick. I hope John Cena doesn't hurt any puppets. Let me just say that as well. I'm a big fan of the puppets.
Don't look at me, little puppet. You think he'll do that when he starts killing these puppets off?
John Cena wouldn't kill puppets.
There might be some killing in this match, though. All right, we've got Mark Calaway, a.k.a. The Undertaker, taking on Alan Jones, a.k.a. AJ Styles, in a boneyard match. Vin Man, I will give you the floor first.
Oh, I cannot wait. This is the main event as far as I'm concerned. You got AJ Styles just, with his OG OC just calling out the Undertaker. I mean, at this point in his career, you got to question, who is this man?
Who is this man?
Who is this man?
Where did he go?
That's who this man is, according to AJ Styles.
And,
Money Michelle.
I was. Well, first of all, let me talk about this match. It's taking place in a goddamn boneyard. And this is something to be excited about. First time ever, WrestleMania, too big for one night. I can't wait to see it on the WWE Network. They're going to be fighting in a goddamn boneyard to determine who is the winner of this matchup. And AJ Styles, I was believing him with all the stuff he was saying. I didn't think The Undertaker had it anymore. But then The Undertaker, on this past week of Raw, talked about how he was going to be bringing an unholy trinity with him to combat the OC. Now, Triple J, did you take this as The Undertaker and two more individuals, or is this three individuals that are going to be accompanying The Undertaker?
I think there's going to be three more individuals that he is going to call upon if needed in this match. And I thought The Undertaker almost, we were seeing signs of a Booger Red in some of those promos.
A little bit.
Who's he going to call on? Who the hell could possibly come to the Undertaker's aid?
I mean, I have my I have my speculations, but I want to go back to the boneyard match. Vinman, is this taking place like in an airplane boneyard, like where they retire planes, a whole bunch of fuselages?
No, I think
like
I think it's a boneyard in in the Lion King kind of area where where Scar was hanging out.
Yeah,
I think that's what we're going to see here. A lot of animal bones, big elephant bones.
Tusks,
around,
probably.
Yeah, tusks. This is going to be something to see.
Tusk.
This is a spectacle, and I can't wait to see the setup. But even more, I'm just focused on this unholy trinity.
WrestleMania, too big for just one gimmick match. You got a funhouse, you got a boneyard. I hope Ozzy Osbourne comes out of nowhere and scares somebody. Ozzy's boneyard. And then The Undertaker and his Holy Alliance. Who could this be? A Holy Trinity.
Well,
I mean,
how's it going to
Are we talking like Kane, The Big Show, and Nathan Jones?
I think that's too obvious. I think you want to go back. You want to go back to earlier days, maybe
Naked
even
Midian, and
maybe like some USWA days.
Now, which boneyard is going to be more disastrous? This in terms of like just pure chaos. This or the scene from Con Air?
Oh, definitely the Undertaker.
Oh, Calaway and Jones. Although I will say on WrestleMania, don't discount the boneyard during the SmackDown, the Tag Team Championship match between Alexa Bliss, Nikki, and the Kabuki Warriors. That's going to be Triple J's house. Going to ride with this match.
A lot of bone yards in that one.
We did just hear a doctor say that self-care is important. So I'm not a doctor, but I'll take the advice.
Calaway Styles. I'm showing up for WrestleMania for a triple threat ladder match, but I'm staying for Calaway and Styles and a man just speaking the truth, calling out this. I mean, I can't believe it's 2020, and I should be terrified to say this, but this punk ass Instagram influencer wannabe, Mark Calaway, whoever the hell this guy is,
the original Tiger King.
Who the shit is this? Who is this man? Is what I've been asking as well. AJ Styles just going out there, and this is no sarcasm. This is just truth. Who is this man on goddamn Mil Calzones? Play the clip from WrestleMania 30 where we said there's no goddamn way The Undertaker is ever going to be on no Twitter, because we said then, all these wrestlers are on Twitter. It's going to be a new era. But The Undertaker will never be on Twitter because, like Machete, don't text. Undertaker don't tweet. And now The Undertaker's on fucking Instagram, fucking shoving his dick in tigers and fucking playing volleyball shirtless and doing God knows what, giving recipes for gluten-free cookies. Who the fuck is this guy? AJ Styles needs to beat The Undertaker out of Mark Calaway. And if he has to do it in a barnyard, so be it. We want The Undertaker back.
Barnyard.
Okay, so let me say this: is it going to be Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles?
No, is that the Unholy Trinity?
What are you talking? Is the Unholy Trinity?
Those would be the only three men to
Alliance.
ever beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania.
No, there's no way. If there's an unholy trinity in a boneyard, the Undertaker ain't losing this match. I'll tell you that right now. No way, not no how.
I'm with Vin, man. How do you challenge someone to a boneyard match? It's basically the Undertaker's backyard. I don't give a shit if he's holding tigers back there, whatever the fuck he's doing.
Time out. No, the Undertaker no longer has a yard.
Unholy Trinity.
The Undertaker no longer has a yard. What are you talking about, Wired? We all know that the yard belongs to Roman Reigns. The yard does not.
That is true.
The yard does not belong to the Undertaker at all.
This is my yard now.
That yard is long gone from the Calaway household. It's now strictly belonging to the Big Dog.
Big Dog.
So
I think another question on the Undertaker's mind is
that's wrong.
How can he get out of this marriage and not give Michelle everything? Because if he doesn't take home, I think he is. But if he doesn't take home the winner's share of the purse, there's going to be hell to pay.
Vinman, do you think Michelle McCool is Do you think Michelle McCool's plotting with AJ Styles for like a Carol Baskin situation, and she's going to feed Mark Calaway to the Tigers? Is that what's going to happen here?
that fucking bitch, Carol Baskin. Oh my God!
Here,
No
kid. What if AJ Styles just waiting in the boneyard, just singing "Here, kitty, kitty"?
I was really hoping the Undertaker was going to. I was really hoping the Undertaker at some point was going to start talking about Wendy in some way, shape, or form. That was my biggest.
You've seen what happens when you talk about Wendy.
I will say there is also nothing for. Is AJ going to have to jump off of a tombstone in order to hit the phenomenal forearm? How's he going to?
I don't think
he's going to jump and just get lifted up into the air, and then all of a sudden come down just with the
Now, Triple J, I'd like to hear your predictions for this unholy trinity.
You really want me to give it away?
Yes.
As I alluded earlier, I think Gangrel is going to show up. I think Money Michelle is going to try to help her man because that only benefits her. And the last individual that I think coming there, going way back, I think Teddy Long's going to be involved. I think the Undertaker made some deep calls for this one.
You thought you showed up to the boneyard to take on Mark Calaway, player, but now you're going to have to face the Undertaker.
And Batista.
And Randy Orton.
I'll give my
in
prediction
a tag
here.
team match.
The first one I'm going to say is Kane. That may be pretty obvious.
No, he's got other stuff to do right now. He's worried about some unprecedented times right now.
He's the devil's favorite demon. Number 2 is Father James Mitchell.
This is my yard now.
Roman Reigns?
No, Father James
Okay,
Mitchell.
but what relationship does the Undertaker have with him? With Jim?
He's
Mitchell?
unholy.
Unholy.
He was created by man.
And the third, it has to be Kevin Sullivan.
Yeah, that's
Who the fuck is Kevin Sullivan?
The Taskmaster.
Yeah.
He's unholy. Those are the 3 most unholy people I can come up with.
What about the Zodiac? Would that be out of left field for you, Vinman?
What about the
it'd be way
Shockmaster?
out.
What about the Disciple? What about the Booty Man? Fuck all these names. We all know the unholy trinity. It's going to be Sarah, Michelle, and Katie Vick. Those are the 3 undead, unholy bitches coming to help Mark Calaway. But I don't think there'll be any match for AJ Styles, who's just telling it like it is. Who is this man?
Moose the Mark, did you get your definition of a boneyard match? Are you satisfied now with what a boneyard match is?
Yeah, I found something on an Urban Dictionary, but I don't think it's.
You should really Google 2 men going at it in a boneyard, and then just let us know what happens after that.
Well, I can tell you all about. They have a lemon match. a tub girl match, what's another one? The legendary Goatsy match. There's so many matches.
I could talk about this match for 4 hours. I'm serious.
We're taking
for this match.
What about Gallows and Anderson? Will they be involved, Triple J?
If they're not too afraid of the Trinity, I think they will be.
You got to remember, AJ Styles was the one who requested this match. AJ Styles is probably familiar with the Boneyard more than anyone.
Nobody loves a bone more than a Georgia Bulldog. Hey, Milhouse Sonis, they got a lot of boneyards in Mexico.
Yes, we do.
So can you shine some light on what the fuck a boneyard match is?
I'm guessing there's going to be like leftover chicken from Abdullah the Butcher's chicken and Chinese restaurant. They're going to be all over. You know, that's what's going to happen, and they're going to have to just wrestle over it.
The doctor's been in a torta eating craze to get as many bones possible for this match, I assume is what's happening. I don't know is it going to be dark? Is it going to be foggy?
Yes.
Is it going to be in the ring? Are they going to be bones?
I'd say yes to all of those.
You can't be outdoors in these times right now. This is unsafe.
You think people are just frolicking into boneyard for fun?
There better be
frolic anymore. Triple J. I don't know what to do out by you.
Listen, Vin Man's right. We could talk about this for 4 hours, but we have to go on.
Oh, I don't want to.
Match.
Calaway. Who's this man?
The
Who's
Fiend's
this
weaknesses. Goldberg taking on Roman Reigns.
The big dog.
Actually,
the big dog.
Actually, Goldberg is taking on Braun Strowman. So let's go talk about the next match, which is Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, the WWE champion.
Drew
around those big stone spheres, helping defeating Brock Lesnar.
You got to be strong.
Wait,
that's how you build up strength.
Can you beat Brock Lesnar?
Wait, real quick. Wait, hold on. Goldberg's not facing the big dog?
No.
Doctor, can you please pull up the clip of when they announced this match? Thank you. I appreciate that. You're able to get one finally. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I just played it.
Yep, thank you. I heard it.
Talking over it, you know what's happened.
Long Allen, really, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre wanted this match. He dreamed of this match his entire life, to be in front of no one in the main event at WrestleMania. Look, Triple J, if you don't pick Brock Lesnar, you're a fool. This match is written for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is just going to destroy this man, and he doesn't get paid by the hour, so don't blink.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot earlier. Like you've lost a lot of money. Who were you betting on that you lost a lot of money, did we say?
Against Charlotte Flair.
Against Charlotte Flair. I, too, have lost many of tens of dollars betting against Brock Lesnar. And that is all going to change this year because I'm going double or nothing on...
Did you forget his name?
No, I'll just stick with Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar!
That's a good pick. I'm picking Brock Lesnar.
Really?
This guy, yeah, I am. Believe it or not, I'm picking him.
Good man picking Brock Lesnar?
Drew's looking impressive. But we're talking about a former NCAA heavyweight wrestling champion, a former UFC heavyweight champion, former WWE heavyweight champion, the man that ended the Undertaker's streak at WrestleMania. We're talking about a once ever athlete. I'm coming for you, mother. And he's just going to beat the holy hell out of Drew McIntyre this weekend at WrestleMania.
Listen, Mark, you're able to talk to... Oh, go ahead, Triple J.
I was going to say, is Drew going to put up a better fight than Ricochet at Super Showdown?
And let me bring up something else, too. You think some old fart from Scotland's going to outsmart Paul Heyman? No way.
Drew, you gotta go and out-muscle the man, and I'm gonna outsmart the old Jewish man. Drew, I got you. I'm gonna be in your corner. Actually, you can't come with me because there's not allowing anybody in the building. Ah, shit! You're fucked, mate.
This would have been a great Jose Lothario-like situation if we got to know more about that guy.
You know, I was not very impressed with Drew McIntyre's workout regimen. I've seen Scotsman doing all that stuff before. Way more impressive. The tug of war with 8 other Scotsmen. Drew McIntyre didn't even yank any of those kilt-wearing bastards into a ravine or anything. Not very impressive. You know, he put some boulders on his shoulder. You know, he's got a good move. That Claymore seems to be a kryptonite to Brock, but Brock's going to game plan for that. Brock's going to fuck him up. This is going to be real quick. Drew McIntyre has no shot. All of Scotland will be crying after WrestleMania, unfortunately for that country, but it's Brock Lesnar. He's a force of nature. It's like literally a tornado hitting your town. You know, it's upsetting, but there's nothing you could do about it. Just sit in awe. Just enjoy Mother Nature at her most brutal. That's what I say. Brock Lesnar.
Mr. Mark, you were able to talk to some Scottish fans. Can you just kind of elaborate on how your calls went with them today?
Yeah, I was able to talk to some Scottish fans, but more importantly, Irish, which are not the same thing, but I do a better accent of the Irish fan. And they were telling me all about
voices the whole time.
Do you keep?
They came out here and they told me about this guy they read a book of Summatology. He lifted up the entire solar system like 2 big bulls, carried him up a mountain while some little guy screamed at him. So, you know, I don't know what Scotland thinks, but I guess we like him fine in Ireland.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough against Brock Lesnar. Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
They don't produce any good heavyweights out there.
I thought Brock was slowing down. I thought he was losing a step, but this dominant performance at the Royal Rumble really just completely kind of reinvigorated. It's like he got another health bar in a boss fight, man. This guy, he's back and he's better than ever.
Vin, man, do you think after WrestleMania, they're no longer going to be known as the Atlas Stones? They're going to be known as the Lesnar Stones.
Yeah, I can see that.
Lesnar already avenged one of the fouls that happened at the Royal Rumble. Well, he beat the fucking shit out of Ricochet at Super Showdown. I really expect him to do the same thing here with Drew McIntyre. Brock Lesnar.
It's not going to be a squash match, you know, by any.
I don't know.
By any means. Drew's going to, you know, he might even hit one of those Claymores. I just don't think it's going to be enough to get the job done.
If you're saying that it's not going to be a squash match, and then you say he might hit one of those claims, like that's literally the only thing he's going to do.
Two different things, completely different.
I think Brock's going to get hit with a Claymore when this match starts. He's going to kick out at 1, and Drew McIntyre's going to have no more game plan after that. He's going to be fucking lost.
I'll just say Drew McIntyre is going to put up enough of a fight where at least Paul Heyman is going to piss his pants a little bit.
He might, but that's all.
Just a couple drips.
You know, Paul Heyman, he really is going to have the easy. I don't even think he needs to introduce Brock for this match. I think he should take the day off. This is going to be Brock Lesnar's easiest WrestleMania victory ever. Easily. By a country mile. Paul Heyman, I would recommend take the day off and plan for next year, which he already predicted. Brock Lesnar main eventing WrestleMania 37 in Los Angeles. And I'm ready to talk about that. What can we expect? And when are we going to just start calling the last match at WrestleMania the Lesnar match? That's what, even when Brock retires, that's what it should be called.
Not until the big dog dies, because right now it's also the big dog match. Thank you very much.
Big dog. Yeah, but even but I think it sounds better if you say the big dog won the Lesnar match. Just see, that's the big dog going over Lesnar every time you say it that way. For forever and 100 years.
Well, I don't think he's going over.
The big dog is going over
Not
WrestleMania.
Not at WrestleMania.
To me, he is. I'll be doing many shots for the big dog, who apparently is not having a match at WrestleMania, Triple J.
That's what we've heard, but we don't have any more time to discuss that on this program, at least.
What do you mean don't have time to discuss that?
We don't.
We don't?
That's too bad.
Yeah.
the big dog is WrestleMania.
The time we allotted for that, we discussed more about what boneyards are.
Which I'm totally fine with, by the way.
Very important boneyards and what they are and how they work and what you can do to help your local boneyard, I think is also important. Then who's Goldberg going to face at WrestleMania?
We're not talking. I don't even know what you're.
We already
discussed this.
Yeah,
What is your obsession?
I don't want to rehash anything that
I'm not going to give.
Went through earlier in the show.
Wait, I'm confused. Who's
Brother
going to
Love. Play Brother Love.
When WrestleMania is over with,
Play Brother Love.
Isn't it important who the Universal Champion is? Moose the Mark?
Read the Discord and play Brother Love.
Milk Calzones?
Yeah, man, I would really like to hear this. What you got to say, Long Alan?
Yeah, right? Don't you want to know what I have to say about this match?
Yeah, man, go for it, dude. I'm here for it.
Read the
all
goddamn
day today.
Discord.
Do you want to know
Say
what?
it over some background music, perhaps?
Don't you want to know what I have to say about this match
order?
right now? In a
I
predetermined
do.
order.
Huh?
I don't know what they're saying, Milk Calzones. You know, you and I
What
do a
is
lot
this
of
in a
work during this
restaurant? We
match.
can't order. They're closed.
Can we
What's going
go
on?
real quick? Can we go back to discussing what a boneyard is?
I'm down.
We're out of time.
All right,
down.
Brainiacs.
BBR too big for one night.
Brainiacs.
Continue this tomorrow.
The big dog. Apparently not at WrestleMania. So with big news like that,
Dog?
there's only one way to discuss something like that, something of that magnitude, and that would be Milk Calzones with some mood music in Falls Count Anywhere.
Let me tell you something, brother. You know, I already gave my prediction for this Universal title match earlier in the show, but I will repeat it here. We got Goldberg, we got Braun Strowman, and as quickly as this match was announced, I think it's going to end that quickly with Goldberg just spearing Braun Strowman straight to hell and pinning him 1, 2, 3. So Goldberg's going to retain, and I just cannot wait for this WrestleMania. I'm getting really emotional just thinking about it. And, oh my brother, it's WrestleMania.
I've been asked by the producers of this program to give my prediction of the Universal Championship match, and that's what I'm going to do right now. You've got Goldberg apparently going up against Braun Strowman. We all know that if Roman Reigns was in this match, how it would have ended. Don't need to say any more about that. But it's Goldberg, the man that exposed the weaknesses of The Fiend, going against Braun Strowman. And in this match, at the end of the night, somebody is going to be holding a blue belt above their heads. And the question is this head going to be bald, or is there going to be hair on the top of this head? And I feel like I'm the most informed to answer this question with the most life experience. And I'm going to say Braun Strowman is leaving with the Universal title. And before we go on, I know maybe this year I haven't earned this, but it is WrestleMania season, and I have one quick favor. Moose to Mark, could we get just a little bit of Hillbilly Jim? Thank you.
Happy to oblige.
Brainiacs in his eye, a man/father called Wired, and this was supposed to be a little different. I just want to say I miss WrestleMania. I miss being around all my fellow brethrens here at BBR. I miss you guys. I really do. And Goldberg's going to beat Braun.
Ladies and gentlemen, in these unprecedented times, we need to look back on something called sacrifice. What have we sacrificed to get here? What has Braun Strowman sacrificed on his road to the Universal Championship in the main event of WrestleMania? What has Michelle McCool sacrificed to make her honor so up for grabs at the biggest stage of them all? What have we sacrificed? Long Island Iced Tea, Moose the Mark, pushing ahead our beloved nuptials because of these unprecedented times. But you know, when your back's against the wall, pro wrestling usually it's their finest hour. Remember when the snow canceled that one Raw after the Royal Rumble, and it was a great show? Remember what? 3 days after September 11th, SmackDown rolled right on. Defiant. It's about putting smiles on people's faces. It's about making people forget, and it's about WrestleMania, baby. It's time.
Someone told me WrestleMania was this weekend. And as you can see, I was on point today with playing all that audio footage from a long time ago. But let me be honest, Brainbusters. I don't even have the machine plugged in. So, I might as well give you my prediction. I have Goldberg winning and beating Braun Strowman.
Brainiacs, WrestleMania 36. It only happens one time ever, and on this occasion, WrestleMania is going to happen in front of nobody. Nobody's going to watch it live and in color, except the people working on the show and performing on the show. That means it is extremely important that during WrestleMania, while you watch from the comfort and safety of your own home, you do everything you can to recreate the atmosphere of being at WrestleMania. If you need to get a cardboard cutout of Big Taff Man, you get that fucking cardboard cutout made. If you need to have a friend dress up and cosplay as Roman Reigns and dance to some EDM music, you make sure that goddamn well happens. If you need a bunch of fat motherfuckers to be complaining and annoyed when the big dog comes out unexpectedly and beats Braun Strowman after he beats Goldberg and says, "Gotcha, motherfucker. This is my title, Universal Championship." You make sure you're ready for everything at WrestleMania. I don't care if the big dog's not on the card, if he took himself off the card, because you know what? If he shows up to the Performance Center, you guessed right, motherfucker. If you've seen Pro Wrestling Parking Lot, now Roman Reigns is on the card, and the big dog, never count him out, can still be Universal Champion by the end of WrestleMania 36. And if he's not by the end of the night, congratulations to Goldberg or Braun Strowman, whomever comes out on top after that match, because quite frankly, the fact of the matter is the winner of that match is just going to be keeping it warm for our Universal Champion, the one who's going to get us through unprecedented times, the only one who's capable of getting us through unprecedented times. And that, of course, is the Big Dog. Brainiacs, that does it. WrestleMania 36 episode in the books. And there's nowhere to go. We have to stay home.
You know what I was thinking? You guys remember we ran into an individual a number of years ago that said WrestleMania only happens once a year. Sometimes once a lifetime, but is he wrong now? Is WrestleMania happening twice a year?
Because it's on Saturday and Sunday?
Yeah.
Well, I think in these unprecedented
last
times,
year it happened twice a year. It happened on a Sunday and the Monday.
You're right, but I think these days nobody really knows what day it is. Triple J.
Which way's up? Which way's down?
I think it's
Pass over tea kettle. No one ever knows. I'm just excited to break the attendance record once again this year. Be part of that 0 in attendance and be a part of the attendance of most streamed event ever.
Most streamed event ever, easily. Also, most people ever watching WrestleMania in your home, Wired. That's another one to be proud of.
You know, in all seriousness, Doctor, I'll ask you this, and Mr. Mark, maybe you can answer this too, because the rest of us here on this show don't really have too much experience with this. What the fuck do you eat when you watch WrestleMania at home?
A lot of people would like to choose food as an option, but
well, I mean, I'm sure we're going to see Tortas as well. Moose, any suggestions?
What's up,
Sliders, maybe? You're muted again.
Mute the Mark.
You're still muted.
I think nothing goes better with WrestleMania than a Buffalo Wings.
That's what I said.
Let's all go out
I just
and
want
get
something that
buffalo
people
wings.
can. I just want something that people make with their hands. Really,
I'm
is all I want.
not in Buffalo, so
Ham sandwiches.
Like, you know.
can't get it.
Yeah. No utensils, just some like a sandwich, some sushi.
What are you talking about? Whiskey and popcorn. That's all you need. It's WrestleMania.
That's all you ever eat.
Whatever clogs your heart is probably the best option.
Whiskey, popcorn, and a whole
Maybe
lot
some
of sweat.
bacon.
Ooh, this is going to be weird, Brainiacs. I'm not going to lie, but it's going to be WrestleMania.
We'll get through it together.
Will there be pyro?
At WrestleMania or at our houses?
Long Island, we can. That's true too. Long Island, we can ask as many fucking questions as you want, man. We don't know what the fuck's happening, as John Cena said. Let's just get to it because it's going to be the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Because
Yes.
it's too big for one night.
And it's the next WrestleMania, which means it's the biggest of all time. It's WrestleMania 36. We will never forget it because, well, it's unreal. I can't believe I'm not at WrestleMania, but I'm going to enjoy it anyway, Brainiacs. For Finn Man, Triple J, Moose the Mark on the internet gimmicks, a dad called Wired, the Sultan of social media, and Mil Calzones on the ones and twos, and Long Island Iced Tea. I'm Long Island Iced Tea saying, stay at home, assholes. It's WrestleMania. I got to get the hell out of here and watch some pro graps.